This video will be a comparison between two very similar travel backpacks. This is the Patagonia Mini MLC, and this is the Tomtoc Navigator 40. I think this comparison will be useful because these packs have a lot of similarities and overlap in features, most importantly being a large main opening into a huge duffel-style main compartment. Both also have side water bottle pockets, external laptop compartments, and comfortable carry systems, but there's quite a few major differences that I'll go over in this video. The listed specifications is one of the major differences in these packs. However, looking at them side by side, they don't look that different. This is also what I found in the testing. The capacity difference between these two bags isn't as big as you think it might be. I'll provide links to the reviews I did in these bags where I show the packing peanut tests. However, when I tested this one, it's listed at 30, comes in pretty much spot on, right at 30 liters. The Tomtoc Navigator listed at 40, a little bit smaller than that. My test showed it at around 35 liters. So the difference in size in these packs really isn't that much different. The dimensions in these bags are a little bit large to work as a personal item. You might be able to fit them under an airline seat, but they're really gonna be much better as a carry-on to go in the overhead. If you're looking for a bag a little bit smaller, more along the lines of a personal item, I'd recommend the ULA Dragonfly. Great little minimalist personal item size pack. The materials and general quality on these bags is one of the biggest differences. Patagonia, they're well known for making great gear. They use top quality fabrics and hardware, and they back it up with a lifetime warranty. However, that quality is also reflected in the price on this bag because the Mini MLC here is over double the cost of the Navigator. That being said, one of the reasons I like this bag is that I think it's very well made, very well constructed, using decent quality materials for the price. They use this medium weight polyester, has this large weave pattern that reminds me a lot on fabrics that they use for air backpacks. It's only a little bit thinner. Tomtoc also uses good quality YKK zippers. However, they use off-brand, yet still decent quality nylon hardware. Compare that to the Mini MLC. This is an extremely well-made bag. Uses a thinner 300 denier ripstop with this TPU laminate. The fabric on this bag is very durable and virtually waterproof. However, the bag as a whole is not waterproof because they don't seal the seams. The zippers are gonna let in water if you get this thing out in the rain. They also use much better hardware here, a little bit larger YKK zippers, and then higher quality Duraflex nylon buckles and adjusters. Now looking at a comparison between the external features on these bags, the main pocket has a different orientation. This one is going to open from the top and fold down, while the Tomtoc Navigator is going to open from the side like a duffel. However, a lot of the other features are really extremely similar. Again, side water bottle pockets, external laptop compartment. They also both have a top slash pocket. However, the Navigator does add one extra pocket here to the front. This side access pocket takes up a good amount of space on this front panel here, basically from here to here. However, it's very thin, doesn't have a lot of depth to it, so this is really going to be a good place for small flat gear that you want easy access to. These top pockets are almost identical, same location, same orientation. The Mini MLC, you can see it's quite a bit larger than the Navigator. This one's a little small, however, it's still plenty large enough. Sunglasses, charge cords, cables, stuff like that. Both have side water bottle pockets, just one over here on the MLC, but two over here on the Navigator. This one is a large, kind of stretchy mesh material. Well, these are kind of this lay flat design with a little expansion on the side. These are both going to pretty easily fit kind of any of these style-on slimmer bottles. The Mini MLC, it's a little bit deeper. This thing is really stretchy. Easily fit a 1 liter all the way down in there. That thing isn't going anywhere. This one, on just one of the sides, you can fit the 1 liter bottle. It's a little bit tighter, and you can see it sticks out here over on the top. Again, a little bit tighter, a little bit harder to get in there. I don't think this is gonna fall out. However, you do have the added option of this compression strap over here on the side. You can use that to cinch the top of the bottle down, or if you want to, run it through the loop on your lid. These compression straps do double duty in addition to just squishing the bag down really good. You can also unzip them and use them as gear straps if you want to store something longer or taller here, or something kind of fatter like a towel or a jacket on the side of your bag. The MLC has gear loops as well, but you really need to do some modifications to maximize the usefulness of these. A lot of daisy chains over here on the side. Not really sure how useful these ones on the bottom are. However, the ones on the top, you could use these in conjunction with the water bottle pockets. You could put a little fabric loop or cinch on here in the top for connecting tall gear, tripod, something like that. Or if you want to just clip a little carabiner on here, you could use that to help store it on your water bottle. There's also these 4 loops on the front corners of the bag. I found these really useful. You can put some cordage on here and use this for strapping on a jacket on the front of your pack. This is this elastic, stretchy, it's called shock cord. This is 1/8 inch thick, combined with a little toggle here. Basically, make kind of a gear webbing on the front of the pack. And as a bonus, you can actually double this cord up. You see I have some extra here. Pretty long length of cord that I can use as a clothesline for drying my clothes when I'm on the road. The last external feature I want to talk about is the laptop compartment here. They're both located at the same location on the back of the bag. Both have the same full opening zipper style design. And to show you what that looks like, see fully open panel here. This thing is going to extend fully, lay flat, give you complete access. Basically the same style over here on the Navigator, completely open, lay flat panel. Almost exactly the same style here as well. They both have 2 sleeves, larger one for the laptop here, smaller one for the tablet. They both have basically the same amount of padding, kind of a thinner padding on the front, really thick padding here in the back where the back padding is, kind of the same level of false bottom. Biggest difference really here being the size. 15.5 inch dell, pretty much the perfect size for the Mini MLC. Slide right in there. The top one, it's also wide enough to fit in the tablet sleeve. Navigator, considerably larger. Same laptop, has a lot of wiggle room. A lot of room here on the top. This thing will hold up to a 17-inch laptop, and I would have liked for this to fit in here. Doesn't really fit in the tablet sleeve, but something else smaller would. Both bags also have some gear organization on the bag side. This almost the exact same kind of bottom mesh zipper pocket here. Nothing else here in the top. Patagonia, it's going to have a lot more organization. Really just a bunch of more sleeves here and a little clip for keys. One added feature on the Tomtoc that can be useful is this zipper access into the main compartment. Pull little red tabs here. It's going to open the bag, be able to access all your gear. This is really only useful if you want to use this as a tech compartment, get your gear inside here without having to flip the bag around. Now let's come around to the back and I'll show you the carry system. These are also really very similar, kind of the same style backpack straps, back padding, but there's a couple details here that I want to really go into that really differentiate the quality between these 2 packs. You can see the straps on the Navigator are quite a bit wider. They're also a little bit more thickly padded. There are some style differences here in the sternum strap, but one thing that really stands out to me looking at the back of the bag are some major differences in quality and styling. The Navigator has thick straps and padding, but just looking at the design, you can tell this is just a very basic backpack style. Compare that to the Patagonia, which has some really nice touches, like finished seams over here in the edge of the shoulder straps. They use better quality hardware, and the padding here in the back, it's about the same thickness, but it just feels more durable, better quality, and a lot softer. Compare that over here to the really basic budget design on the Navigator. And then I just want to show you one small detail with the stitching here, especially important where the shoulder straps meet the backpack, because this is where most of the pressure on the bag is going to be pulling and can be one of the major points of failure. Backpacks should use, and these both have what's called a bar tack, basically just a really thick zigzag stitch that goes over itself several times. This has it on both straps. However, it's only here on the inside and the stitching is a little bit thin. Compare that over here. The bar tack stitching, there's 3 of them and they're very thick, cover the entire length of the shoulder strap. They also added this additional piece of webbing here in the top to give it extra support. So while I don't expect the Navigator is going to fall apart on you anytime soon, this is still a very well-made bag. Patagonia is just so much better, has some obvious quality improvements that help justify the price on this pack. One last feature that makes this bag really stand out is this convertible hip shoulder strap. You can use it here in the back just as a general hip belt. Has some Velcro here in the middle to keep it in place. If you unstrap that Velcro, you can pop this out and use it separately as a shoulder strap. And just like that, you can convert this to kind of a briefcase carry mode. My only beef with this is the strap is a little bit short. I actually have it extended out fully, so this is as long as it's gonna get. Now let's look at the interior organization on these bags. Again, very similar packing, kind of duffel style compartment here. However, the lid here is a little bit different style. The Patagonia is gonna fold down from the top, full access zipper, open kind of flap style into the main compartment. And similar style here, except it's a side access, more like a kind of a traditional duffel. It's gonna fold open to get here into the middle. The interior on the Navigator has literally no features. There's no tie-down straps, there's no pocket, there's no dividers, there's nothing in here that's gonna get in your way, take up space or weight, which I think can actually be a good thing sometimes. There's a little bit more going on with the MLC. First, this mesh divider. I think this is a great feature, lets you keep your gear kind of in here without moving around, unless you get to these top organizational pockets. A couple of lid pockets here. These things have their own volume. These are gonna stick out from this lid, gonna give you added volume to the main compartment and not compete with it. And I think worth mentioning is some differences in shape. You can see it over here from the side a little bit better. The Navigator is taller, kind of tapers here on the side, while the Mini MLC a little bit shorter, but it's also just very boxy and rectangular. Also from this side, you can see these edges taper in as well. A little bit of overlap here on the top. Again, I don't think any of these designs is better. It's kind of a different style that you might need to consider when you're deciding how to pack the bag. Speaking of packing these bags, I'd like to do a packing demo to see what you can fit in them and kind of different packing styles. However, before this video gets too long, I think I'll put that off for another video. So if that's something that you'd like to see between these two bags, let me know in the comments below. So in summary, I think these are both great travel backpacks. They both have a large, really easy to pack main compartment, and a lot of other features that are really very similar, which makes deciding between these two bags a little bit difficult. The Tomtoc Navigator is appealing just because of its sheer simplicity. There's only 2 pockets on the outside and none on the inside, which is great if you just want a simple bag that maximizes volume. I would consider this a budget backpack. It's fairly inexpensive. However, I think they do a good job offering a good quality pack for the price. Contrast that with the Mini MLC. This is a little bit smaller bag, a little bit easier to manage at just 30 liters. Also has some better small gear organization here on the lid and here in the back if you prefer putting your gear in pockets instead of using a tech pouch. I don't think this bag is expensive per se, considering some of the prices on travel backpacks these days. They do justify the cost with some added quality increases here though. However, this thing is more than double the price of the Navigator. That's all I have for the comparison between the Patagonia Mini MLC 30 and the Tomtoc Navigator 40, but actually 35. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see a packing demo, if you have any questions. Again, and thanks for watching.